Friends, thank you for watching my channel. I just want to remind you, if you need wallpaper, go to www.wallpaperboulevard.com. Tell them Spencer sent you. In fact, if you use my hashtag, Spencer Colgan is wallpaper, they'll be sure to give you a 10% off at your checkout. No matter how much you order, they have a wide selection of wallpaper. Check it out. Tell them I said hello. Hey, thanks for coming back to my channel. This is Spencer Colgan, and welcome back to my wallpaper and painting channel on YouTube. Texture, ceiling texture, knockdown texture, orange peel texture. The conventional methods for applying texture are done with compressors, hoppers, long hoses. It gets cumbersome. So for little repairs, we often, not always, but often rely on the cans of texture in your box stores. And one of the more common brands, unless you're going to your favorite paint store, in which you probably have a contract, if you're a contractor, you'd pick up something like a product called Homax. Let me show it to you. This can, along with this one, so both of these are the cans you might be inclined to go to if you're the do-it-yourselfer. If you're the contractor, you might get them at your Sherwin-Williams or PPG, wherever you have a professional contract. But these are very common. And because they're very common, I can tell you that I've used them quite often. And every single time I use them, I feel like I have regret that I purchased them. Now, I just paid nearly $30 for this can. Before COVID, this can was $18. 18 bucks. It is now nearly $30, okay? This one is now $20 when it used to be about $9. You can get these at Walmart too. Yesterday, after having purchased this about 3 to 5 months ago, I never use it, just like to keep it on my truck. Didn't work. Didn't work. Nothing comes out. So I called Homax. After waiting about half an hour, I said, your product doesn't work. It not only doesn't work, it never works. Okay? Very rarely have I gotten these cans to work. I just use them in desperation. If I can get 10% out of the can, then I'm happy that I don't have to set up the compressor, the hopper, and the hose and carry that thing up a flight of stairs. But I'm not paying $30 for a product now that doesn't work anymore. I mean, I'm not paying $30 for products that just have a probability that they won't work. So what I'm going to show you is something of a fix-it. And you might find that you might need to do the same thing in case you're in a pinch. Now, I took the can and I put it under hot water. I'm painting around this sink, but I got hot tap water, however you say it, making the metal of the can nice and warm so that I can use it. I should have showed you what the product is like before I heat it up. I just don't have the time. I want to tell you, please trust me, it doesn't work right out of the can. It just doesn't. Okay. For example, this is a brand new can. I mean, you can tell. Can is very clean. Just used it yesterday. Tried to anyway. Huh. Look at this. They have the nerve to sell this stuff. Look. Okay, let's see what happens if I put it under the water. I'm gonna leave this under here for a couple of minutes. Okay, I had this can under the water, hot water, for 10 minutes. Let's see. Now I gave it a good shaking. Nothing. You know, come on. Can you imagine this, paying this much for this stuff? And when I called Homax, I said, I'm very disappointed. Have you gotten these calls? They said, yeah. Yeah, it's junk. Okay, put an X on this one. Don't use this. It's garbage. Let's hope that the new can is going to produce. Okay. It's working fine. I'm sorry I didn't test it to see if it would work out of the can. But I can tell you, please just trust me on this. And this goes for not only Homax, but I purchased the Sherwin-Williams brand purposely because these fail me regularly. And Sherwin-Williams' cans didn't work either. And it was at Sherwin-Williams that I learned, heat it up. Okay, so I heated it up this time around. And I brought mine back to Sherwin-Williams and they refunded me. So I'm just here to tell you with this video that if these cans do not work for you, learn from my problem. Heat it up. If it doesn't work, please bring it back and get yourself a small hopper. It's worth it. Small hopper, a little compressor, at least 5 or 6 gallon container of a compressor, and just do it with a compressor, because the time you're going to waste going back and forth to a store to replace this can, you'll save by just spending the money on a small compressor, a hose, and a hopper, and getting texture. And then having it forever, or being able to sell it practically probably for the same price for which you paid to get all that equipment, rather than wasting your time and money and dealing with getting a return on this. So thanks for watching, and maybe I'll show you what I'm about to do. I'm only doing a little repair in the ceiling. If you can look right there, I have to make the texture look like it matches. Let's go and do that, okay? May as well. So before you start this, even if you're a pro, and so of course, if you're not a pro, you want to test it out. You want to test out how you're going to get big pieces of texture to get in this area. Ideally, you want the big pieces of texture right in this area, and then you want to feather it out with little texture around there so that this matches. Now, to get these big blobs, you need big pieces of texture. So you want to adjust the lever appropriately by looking at the directions on how to get the larger texture onto your surface. Okay, so I'm going to hold it about 15 inches away and just go for it. Point it away from the cabinets. Let's see. Okay, now I'm not happy with the fineness of it. I'm not happy with that. But I actually have it at full throttle. The yellow cap is almost off. Okay, I'll try to adjust it one more time, but if I turn it anymore, I think it's going to come off. No, I was wrong. I actually had a little more ability to turn it. Now I'm holding it about 2 feet away, okay? Let me make the camera, let me zone in a bit. Okay. Okay, here's the deal. Press it lightly. You'll get bigger results. This is what I want. See that? That's what I want. Okay, let's see how we do. But I like that base. I like the way it's fanned out. I like it. Okay? When I knock it down, when it dries, I think we'll have a good result. Okay? What do you think? Okay, let's see how that goes. Now, whenever you want to store this can, ideally, you want to flip it upside down. You know there's a straw in there. And now the straw is sucking air. You want to suck some air through there. Okay, and turn it upside down and discharge what's in the straw. Okay, so nothing comes out. So now nothing gets clogged into your straw. Ideally, I mean, I don't trust these products. Okay, so thanks for watching my little test on this stuff. I recommend that you don't purchase them. And if you do, that you at least benefit from this video. Please click on like and subscribe.